Hey, Regina here at Tarot and Time, and I am here to talk to you about the summer of love. Everyone's always asking me about love. That is like the hottest topic in tarot and astrology readings, okay? People are always looking, whether it be for a new relationship, and I'm telling you, it's at any age. So if you have any concerns, it's amazing to me. People are looking for love at all different ages, all different circumstances, okay? And so it's the human experience. And if you're not looking for a new relationship kind of love, you might be looking for new friendship loves, and you might be looking for more self-love, okay? But the summertime, it's such a feel-good time. All us people in New England, it's a short period, but it's so exciting to have it, okay? So Venus travels pretty close to the sun. A lot of the personal planets, so Venus, Mercury, the planet of communication, and Mars, the planet of action, they're all kind of within a range of closeness to the sun. They're called the personal planets. And sometimes when Venus gets really close to the sun, it's a time in astrology that we say that it's easier to see love, easier to identify it. And often when there's an interesting combination of Sun and Venus is when people will meet people. Okay. So we are in Cancer season in July. We have the sun in Cancer also, and it's pretty close to the sun till about 4th of July. Okay, so there's a good time here. 4th of July can be a beautiful time if you're looking to meet people. So make sure you get out there, okay, and that you can meet people. The advice for the month ahead in July was to be careful because there's some Saturn aspects on 4th of July. So make sure you're responsible. Okay, so maybe you go somewhere and you stay somewhere, okay, and you get a chance to hang out with people. Now, the moon will also be in Gemini, so there'll be a lot of social energy. Okay. Now, this summer in general, we have Pluto in Aquarius can bring us new powerful people. It can be friends. It can also be more than friends. Okay. And Pluto rules sex. It rules deep emotion and it rules power. So there is some interesting energy there. Okay. Mars, the planet of action, is going to be in the sign of Taurus from June 9th to July 20th. It's pretty slow and beautiful. Taurus is a Venus sign. Okay. But then Mars will move into Gemini on July 20th, and it'll be there till September. So there will be super social energy again. Okay. So it's a great time to get out and about. We've got 2 Capricorn moons, one in June 21st, one July 21st. So that can give us a lot of grounded energy, clarity. And to me, like Capricorn is the foundation of your life. It's like your family and your tradition. So 2 Capricorn moons show up to really help us get clear about what it is that we really are looking for, right? What things are non-negotiable in a relationship for you, okay? It's not too often that we get a double Capricorn moon. So this is an interesting time. Make sure your balance between work and play is being addressed. That's a lot of the themes with the Capricorn moon, because the ruler of Capricorn is the ruler of Capricorn is Saturn, and Saturn is currently in the sign of Pisces. So there's like this work hard and then make sure that you're resting, daydreaming, taking care of yourself. And honestly, you want to be taking care of yourself if you're looking for love, because you want your vibration to be as high as it can be, right? So that you align with great people. And so you have to get the rest. Okay. So make sure that you're taking care of that, especially in July when the sun is in the watery sign of Cancer. That's really about nurturing ourselves. We have a beautiful new moon in Cancer on July 5th. And so really enjoy that, especially if you were busy on July 4th. You can take the 5th to really be comfy and cozy to yourself. And hey, maybe you'll meet somebody on the 4th of July and you'll be comfy and cozy with them too on the 5th of July. Okay. Now there's a lot of aspects over the summer. Like it's almost overwhelming how many aspects there are. There's so many squares. Squares are the abrasive action, right? Kind of like this, the 90-degree angle. But, we know that nobody wants squares, but they do add character. They do give us clarity. They do show us head on what is and isn't working. Okay. So we're just going to have to deal with those. But there's a lot of trines too. And there's especially a lot of trines in the beginning of July. Everybody wants trines because it's smoother energy. Okay. But if it's all smooth, there's no character building. Okay. So, there's a lot of trines. So make use of the beginning of July. Okay. So we'll have Venus in this beautiful water sign of Cancer, and then it'll move into the spicy sign of Leo. I believe that's July 11th. It moves into the sign of Leo, and it'll be there for most of July. So Venus in Leo, if you have that natally, they're usually the kind of people that like can speak up. They don't have to like wait to be asked out. They may just speak up and ask someone. They have courage. They have a lot of joy in their heart. So this is a really joyful time, even if there are squares. Okay. So take advantage of this Venus in Leo time. It will end on 8/3 when Venus will move. Let me just make sure that's right. Venus is going to move into Virgo on 8/4. Okay, so Venus in Virgo is a little bit, I don't want to make fun of any sign, but it's a little bit more of a downer, right? I have Venus in Virgo's house, and it can make us like nitpicky with ourselves or over analyzing things because Virgo is the analyzer. So take advantage of this fun energy this summer. Okay. Spicy energy, but it can be volatile if we let it. There's a lot of fire going on. So let's just be aware of that. Follow my month ahead reading for July that tells us a lot of days that are not the best days to speak. Okay. Now keep this in mind because maybe we speak up and we wish we hadn't, and we think it's one and done and it's over. Well, here's the reality check. We are going into a Mercury retrograde for the month of August, like almost the whole month. Mercury is going to be, did I say Venus? I meant Mercury. Mercury is going to be in its retrograde period. So what does that mean? Well, it means the planet of communications moving along, right? It gets to, it's in the sign of Leo. No, it's in the sign of Virgo. And then it goes retrograde. So it starts to go back. So it goes back into the sign of Leo, okay? But it's basically going to go back over the time period of everything that happened since July 16th, okay? Then it'll go direct and it'll go back over that time period again. So what that means is everything that happens from July 16th on is not one and done. It's going to be revisited. So in some ways that can be cool. Like let's say you met somebody really nice on July 20th and you were hoping that you were going to see them again or talk to them again. Well, it's not done, right? We go back over this time period. Okay. But if we got into an argument with somebody and we thought we were just going to walk away, it's going to come back. Okay. We're going to have to deal with it again in some way. So please keep that in mind with all this feisty energy. Let's use it for passion. Let's use it to be bold and make the first move and be able to ask someone out or be able to approach a new friend and ask someone to do something with us. Okay. So there's a lot of that kind of stuff going on. We also have the new moon in Leo on August 4th, which will be lovely. And the Mercury retrograde, let's see, I thought it started August 4th. It starts August 5th, Monday the 5th. Okay. So make sure your major purchases and all that are done, but you can go to the July month ahead to get more information about that. All right. So we're talking about love. We're talking about love in many of its forms. Okay. Whether that be friendship or romantic love or self-love. We all want it. Okay. And so let's see what is available for you. We're going to do a tarot card reading. I'm going to go to have you pick a pile that you're drawn to. Okay. I haven't looked at any of the cards. I did pick out an Ace of Cups for each pile to represent the pile. Okay. So pile number 1 from the Cozy Witch Tarot, we have the Ace of Cups and it says, do you feel that in your heart? That's potential, dear. This is pile number 1. This potion is there for you. Pile number 2 is from the Everyday Witch Tarot, this beautiful Ace of Cups here. And kind of looks like it's blown her mind, huh? So the Ace of Cups here, pile number 2. And then pile number 3 is from the Curious Creatures Tarot. And we have this beautiful cup, and we've got 2 swans that mate for life floating in it. Okay. I am using a new deck today. If I can find the box, it is called the Dreamy Moons Tarot. It's got some beautiful backs on it, and all the pictures are kind of like they're in the nighttime. Okay, so we're going to use Dreamy Moons. We just got it in stock in Connecticut. Lovely Maria Amore, who's teaching some tarot classes for us, introduced me to it. It's beautiful. And also, if you get a chance to take a class with Maria, please do. All right, so go ahead, pick your pile, and let's get started. Okay, pile number 1, you have this lovely Ace of Cups here from the Cozy Witch Tarot. Do you feel that in your heart? That's potential, dear. Okay, we're going to put that up here. Just put that one to the side. That is your pile of choice. I have a couple cards here from the Dreamy Moons Tarot. Have not looked at any of them yet. We are going to do a cup of satisfaction spread here. So we are going to have it's like a champagne glass. Here's the stem, here's the cup, and here's what the cup's full of. Okay, so the stem of your cup has the King of Cups in it. Okay, I love this. This is such a pretty deck. Okay, the King of Cups is the king of emotions. Okay, we're in Cancer season. The King of Cups, often when the kings show up, I think of them as actual people. Okay, so you've got an emotional man, emotional person. Doesn't have to be a man. It might just be someone with a little bit more masculine energy. Okay, King of Cups, King of Emotion, Water King. This would be associated with the sign Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Okay, and so you have someone very in touch with their emotions, and the King of Cups is almost like the great counselor. Also, I've heard him called King of the Kitchen. Okay, and so I don't know. I feel pretty good about having the King of Cups there, because it's like right away showing up that there's an actual person, someone who kings go after what they want. This King of Cups showing up here. Now, your cup is also made up of the 2 of Wands, okay? The 2 of Wands. Well, 2 is a relationship number. Wands is fire, right? We're going to be in a fire sign of Leo. The sun will be entering Leo. I think it's on the 22nd of July. And we're going to have a beautiful, beautiful Leo season. So I see some activation here that there's someone showing up in your life. Maybe this person already is in your life, okay? But you've got someone who's in touch with your emotions and who wants to be in relationship with you. Now, you have the Ace of Stars. Now, I forget what stars are in this. I want to say they're pentacles. And it's something new, okay? It's ace. It's an ace. It's something, it's a star showing up in your hand, okay? This is a pretty beautiful thing. You've got a star. It's almost like the hand of God coming out, and you are being offered this beautiful, beautiful shining star, okay? Now, your cup is full of the Ace of Wands, okay? Something new, another hand coming out offering you something. Wands is passion. This is pretty great. I got to tell you, pile 1, you made some good choices here. So it looks to me like someone is showing up, someone who, like I said, wants to be in relationship, someone who is has some passion and is available for you. Let's get a little bit more information. Let's see if this is somebody. Is this somebody new? Or is this someone who maybe is just showing up in a different way? Does pile 1 know this person? Here's the 3 of Swords here. Okay, so it almost feels like there's been some heartache here before. Almost like You've been through things with this person before. Let me pull another card. Does pile number 1 know this person already? 4 of Pentacles. So you got a 3 and a 4. 4 of Pentacles kind of holding her money aside. So this may have been someone that you already know. And I want to just get a little more clarity. The Knight of Wands. Okay, so this may be someone that you've known. Maybe they have been irresponsible with your heart in the past. Okay, this could be someone you've had dealings with before, and they're coming back with a new outlook. Is this going to work out for you, pile number 1, letting this person back in? The Star card showing up. It's showing me that a healing has taken place. Okay, now they may be coming back as a friend this time, and that might be safer territory for you. So is this friendship? I'm putting one card out for friendship, or is this going to be like romantic love? So this is the friendship one. 3 of Wands looks like wanting to go have a good time, to go play, to have some good memories. And then this is, if it was romantic, it's the Emperor. He's kind of holding the chess piece. It's almost like the ball's in your court. Okay. So I see someone that maybe it hasn't been emotionally available to you in the past, but they're showing up emotionally available now. King of Cups. This king almost looks like a woman with the long hair. It's kind of got some feminine attributes there too. So this could even be a very strong woman. Okay. So there's someone here who you've been in relationship with before. Okay. That could be love or friendship. I know friendship can carry deep love also, but it looks like there's something here that went wrong. There was some hurt, there was some pain that happened, but there's almost like a new opportunity to start fresh, to clear out and talk about what went wrong, to talk about the pain a little bit. There's a great healing that's coming in. Okay. And it looks like they have been going through some healing. They're ready. They have probably behaved irresponsibly in the past. They are back asking you for another chance. Okay. Now, I think they went through some really hard times, and I think that you were really hurt by this. So it's definitely, if this is someone that you've been in a love relationship with, this may be better to keep it in the friend zone for a while to make sure that things have changed. Okay. Because it looks like it got painful last time. And this time there is a possibility, but I think that you need to spend time together and take romantic love off the table for a little bit with this person, because I don't want you to jump into this. I think you need to observe for a while. All right. Now, is there any other forms of love coming in? We've got this 4 of crystals, and I think crystals are swords. And it looks like the 4 of swords to me, like she's taking a rest. Okay. So when I asked, is there any other forms of love coming in? It's definitely showing me self-love and self-care, to rest, to be able to communicate your needs when you need that downtime. Okay. When you need to recharge, because I think this situation took a lot of your energy. Okay. I'm going to roll some dice just to see if there's any more advice that I can give you here. And I rolled the Sun in Sagittarius in the 2nd house. Okay. So the Sun makes things visible. Sagittarius wants freedom, right? Sagittarius wants to talk about the future. Sagittarius wants to go have a fun time. 2nd house is the house of value. It's your self-value. It's also the house of banks, and it rules, I love to say this, Sheila Haidt taught me this one, it rules the memory banks of humanity. So you may have, let's not rush through, okay, this person's back, they want to spend time with me, and let's not rush through the healing part, okay? You need to deal with the parts and have a good conversation about the situation, because this is not about you. This is about them. And there was a lot of pain that was put on you, and it's hurting your self-value. So I do not want you to skip over the healing part. I want you to make sure that you know that this is not a reflection of your worth. Okay. They were going through something. Okay. So I'm just going to pull one more. Is there any future of love with this person? There's a 10 of wands, which is a lot of baggage. Okay. It is changing because a 10 goes into a 1. But is there a possibility that this is going to be love? And the 5 of crystals, the 5 of swords. It's almost like there's just too many thoughts right now from the past still. This needs to be cleared up. I think some of the reason that this is coming up in your love reading is because this is about you forgiving yourself, making peace, and moving forward. Okay. And it's affecting what you're going to bring in. Okay. So if you can heal this up, you can shift your energy a lot. And then you can make room for new stuff. And as I talk about that, I pulled the Temperance card. Luck, blessings, expansion. Okay. Jupiter energy. There's more balance. And so this just needs to be taken care of. And you need to forgive yourself, heal yourself. I think there's some this doesn't look to me like this is a person that you shouldn't talk to. It looks to me like there's some messages here that may help with the healing. So go ahead and accept that conversation if you so choose. Good luck. Enjoy the love, the forgiveness that you can give yourself. Enjoy the love. I think this person does love you. I think they were just having a really hard time. Okay. So accept the healing energy and forgiveness for yourself and for the other person. Thank you. Okay, pile number 2. You picked this lovely Ace of Cups here from the Everyday Witch Tarot classic deck. You see me using this deck a lot. Okay, so here's this beautiful Ace of Cups. She looks very relaxed. Okay, the cup of satisfaction. I like the little doves in the background there. All right, so let's see what you need to know this summer of love. Now, we talked about how there's a lot of kind of wild up and down energy, feisty energy. Some of that can be used for passion, but we really have to be aware of fighting. Okay. Now, this is your cup. These are the cards that were in the cup that you chose. We are forming the chalice spread here to see what your cup of satisfaction is made up with. Okay. Here's the stem of the cup. And we have the 4 of wands. This is a celebration card. This is stopping to celebrate. This almost feels, I think these people are like at a wedding or couples leaving for a wedding. Okay. So it's kind of good. We're in wedding season. And there looks like there's some companionship here. Okay. This is really beautiful. So make sure if you get invited to some parties, especially weddings, that you accept and you go. Okay. New people, new opportunities for love, new opportunities for friendship. Okay. Now, here's the other part of your cup is the Page of Stars. Pretty sure stars is pentacles in this deck. And Page is young energy and stars is beautiful, right? And it's something of value. I love her dress is made of like stars. She's wearing red, which is such a great color to be noticed. Okay. Page of Stars. Now, you also have the High Priestess. Oh, what a great card to have. So the High Priestess is card number 2. She's ruled by the moon, very feminine, right? She's a divine feminine. So you've got all these beautiful women around. You've got this high intuition of the High Priestess. The High Priestess is Cancer energy. We are in Cancer season for most of July. Okay. So she has the intuition to feel where she's being pulled and following that. Okay. Now your cup is full of the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is a romantic, okay? I love how he's riding a unicorn. He's holding this cup of satisfaction, and he's kind of full speed ahead. I actually thought he was the Knight of Wands at first. So you have a romantic knight. I think of him just, when I see this in a love reading, it just seems to me like a guy is showing up. Or some romantic, it doesn't have to be a guy, it could be a woman. These cards are really non-gender. Okay. There is someone showing up. It's someone who has a sense of their emotions. Looks like you do too. It's someone who's in touch with that and could share that, and someone who has romantic ability. Okay. These are beautiful cards. So you have to trust feeling to pull you at the right place at the right time. Like I said, I would show up wearing red and I would accept invitations to events so that you can meet people. Okay. Now, let's see. Is there anything else that pile number 2 needs to know? Here's the 9 of stars, 9 of pentacles. Everything's beautiful. Everything's well. Only shadowy thing I see about the 9 of stars is sometimes a little bit of boredom. Okay. And let's see what else. Let's pull a couple more here. Anything about love for pile number 2? The death card. Look at that version of the death card. That's pretty cool. And so the death card is Pluto. And Pluto is in the sign of Aquarius still. It's at like 1 degree Aquarius. And it's going to stay there until September when it'll move back into Capricorn for 2 months. Okay. Now, the change, right? Death is change, transformation, and change. Power also rules sex. Okay. And so, and her heart's kind of like this energy is coming out of her heart chakra. There's a release. Okay. I mean, I got to tell you, the Ace of Cups is often called the orgasm card. So not a bad thing to see here in this love reading. Death is associated with Scorpio, right? And Scorpio rules the sex organs and the energy of sex. Also rules other people's money, combined monies, and it rules, there was something else, but I forgot what it was. Okay. So I think there's a powerful change here. There's an intensity here. It looks pretty beautiful. Looks like your heart is opening. Looks like there's like almost like somebody's going to rock your world. Okay. Now, any more information about how pile number 2 can meet this person? The Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Look at that Wheel of Fortune. My goodness. Okay, so it's definitely not like just staying at home. It's getting out and about. Okay, if there's a trip to be taken, if there is some spiritual retreat or classroom or I think about like any kind of spiritual traveling, right? I know Sheila Heights doing a trip to Paris, right? Something like that where you can meet like-minded people. Okay. So there's spirituality themes with the Wheel of Fortune. There's kind of this luck about being in the right place at the right time. And you're a feeler here. Your cards are saying you will feel the right place in the right time. Just make sure, do you know this person already? 6 of stars. I don't get the impression that you know them already. I just pull one more. The Queen of Wands. I feel like they don't live here. I feel like you're going to meet them on a trip. Okay, that's the vibe I'm getting from this. Okay, I'm going to roll some dice. I want to give you a little more information, okay, about meeting this person, the summer of love. I rolled Venus in the sign of Aquarius in the 3rd house, which is Gemini's house of communication. Okay, I get a couple things from this. Venus in Aquarius. Aquarius rules large groups of people. It rules friends, okay? And we already got the death card here, which was like kind of saying like Pluto in Aquarius, right? So Venus showing up in Aquarius. So this could be that a friend introduces you, right? It's kind of like this exchange, like this woman's giving out, there's 2 men in front of her, almost like someone sharing your phone number or sharing like, oh, you should meet my friend. Okay. 3rd house has a lot to do with your local community. Now you did get the Wheel of Fortune, which is like your global community. And then the 3rd house, like your local community. So Venus in Aquarius is going to do things quirky. They're going to do things different. They're going to be out of the box. It's not going to be, standard kind of situation, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Now, Aquarius is a humanitarian, so you may want to see like what kind of events you can get involved in your local community, because there's themes here of global community and local community, okay? There's definitely something here about like, just going for it. Aquarius is the rebel. And so Venus, it's like, go for it. Just talk to people and get out and about and be social. Okay. 4th of July, the moon's in Gemini. So that's a super social time there with the sun close to Venus. Okay. And it will stay that way. Let's see. It's in Gemini from the 2nd, 11:50 a.m. through the 3rd and the 4th. Okay. So this is social time. Also, you never know who's in town. Okay. Go to things that are unique, like go to an art exhibit, go to something like if something pops up, this can be especially last minute things because Aquarius is very unpredictable. Okay. All right. I'm just going to pull a couple more cards. Is there anything else pile number 2 needs to know? You've got the Ace of Pentacles. Something is taking sprout, something new, and the 7 of Wands. She's kind of in her bubble. It's almost like you need to get out of your bubble, okay? Because it's too easy to get stuck in the same old routine. And let me tell you, I am an expert on that. It is too easy to run the same ground, right? Driving the same roads, running the same thoughts in our mind. It's time to get out of your bubble. All right. So pile number 2, thank you for joining me. I hope that you have a wonderful, loving, beautiful summer. Okay, pile number 3. Welcome to the summer of love. Here's your Ace of Cups that you chose with the swans who mate for life there in this large cup of satisfaction. Okay, we're going to put that to the side there. Now we're going to form a chalice spread here with this beautiful Dreamy Moons Tarot. And we're going to see what your cup of satisfaction is full of. Okay, so here's the stem of the cup. You have a reversed magician. I'm going to turn him right side up because I don't read reversals usually. The magician is here. The magician, I mean, fantastic card, right? Magician's the first teacher of the zodiac, of the tarot deck that the fool meets. Teaches him everything and anything is possible. The magician is ruled by Mars, the original ruler. Mars, the planet of action. And then it's co-ruled by Pluto, I guess, which was discovered later and assigned to the magician. So this is rules sex. It rules power. And it rules other people's money. Not a bad card here, the magician. Now, in some tarot teachers have taught me that the magician is related to the sign Gemini, ruled by Mercury. Mercury can often be called the trickster. Okay, so I personally love the magician card, but we do have to pay attention if there is some trickster energy there. Okay, so let's keep that in mind as we go on here. Now, your cup is full of the 5 of Wands. Now, 5 of Wands feels like a competition card to me. 5 is a number of change, and Wands is fire, passion, it can sometimes be stress. It's like these wands are crossed, okay? You may feel like there's a lot of competition out there in the dating field. We've got the 6 of Wands over here where she's standing up higher than the other people, right? And she's holding 2 wands in the air. So it's almost like calling out for the relationship, okay? Now, I'm getting the impression this is a love relationship, but, I know some of you that are listening to this are already in relationships. So this can just be more passion in your relationship. There might be a lot of cross signals, but you are definitely sending out a clear message of the intimacy that you are looking for. Your cup is full of the 3 of Wands. That's such a pretty version of the 3 of Wands. It's kind of like thinking about where you're going to go next, the passionate thing that you're going to do next, the next adventure that you're going to take. Okay, so let me see here. Interesting energy. I need a few more clarifying cards here because I see that you're pretty clear on what you want. I do think that you feel some form of competition or cross signals. Okay. And we do need to, as I mentioned in the July month ahead, we have to be careful about, especially when we go into Mercury retrograde, about people misunderstanding our communication. And I find that can really often happen a lot through text messages, right? So we have to be really careful that we're clear. Now, clarifying cards. Oh, the King of Swords. I love him. I don't know how it is I have a crush on him, but look at that King of Swords. Okay. So he's an attractive man. He's showing up here. He's like the phone wires are frayed. He's not going to show up on the internet. He's not going to show up on social media. Okay. He's over here clarifying, and the Eight of Cups, something you've walked away from something. Did you walk away from the King of Swords? What did you walk away from? The Tower. Okay. And okay, looks like you're in a period of transition because I got the Tower card that breaks things apart. I got the Eight of Cups here where you're walking away from something. And then I got the Page of Swords here, like you're scooting over. See the little sword she's tiptoeing over on? She's doing her research, but she's making a move. And she's like crossing over this. She like made her own bridge. Okay, so I kind of now am getting the impression that maybe you have left a relationship. Maybe this was trickster energy and there was some crossed information. I think that you're really clear about what you want and what you expect, and you're really starting to look to the future for what you want. Now, the King of Swords did show up over here, which kind of shows me that someone is on the horizon for you. Okay, let's see another clarifying card. Oh, wow, look at this card. This is a bonus card in this deck, and it says the Self. And it's a mirror. Okay, so they really want you to look at yourself. The King of Swords is stepping away. It's time for you to really take a long look at what's going on, okay, and why you were attracting people who might be dishonest, right? And trusting that our gut feeling about things a little bit more. It looks like you definitely have stepped away from, I think you've set your boundaries pretty clear. And so maybe you were in a relationship that you thought was going to be for life, and it looks like that it has not been. All right, let's see. Yeah. And here's the Ace of Cups showing up. Look at this beautiful Ace of Cups. So you're ready. You're ready for a more satisfying relationship is what I'm seeing. And let's see, how soon are we talking? And we got the Devil card. So the Devil card's asking us where you're giving your power. It's got a man and a woman there. Can you see that connected by like a chain? Okay, that's the Lovers in front of them. So yes, you are ready in some ways, but you really need to look at how much of your power is still linked to this old relationship. I think the most important card in this whole reading is this one, the Self. Okay. Take a good look at yourself. I'm not asking you to blame yourself because I'll tell you, empaths are definitely prey for narcissists, right? Because we just, I don't know if it's that we see their potential or we just are trying to fix them, but that's not going to work anymore. It's time for you to get your power back, to see your true self-worth. Okay. And let's see, any advice on doing that? 10 of Stars. I think this would be the, not sure if this is Pentacles. I get confused when they change the elements, but it looks like 10 of Pentacles to me. There's family. Okay. There's support. There's people to lean on. So there's a lot of love there from your family. There's a lot there that you've built up. So this is a great time for you to take a look at what's taking your power, how much of this you're giving to this old relationship here. Now, if some of you are connecting what I'm saying, but you're like, oh, that was years ago, that's okay. That doesn't matter. These cards can show up with a lot really very old things. Okay. Here's the Page of Wands, and she's ready for some new stuff and she's ready to get back out there. But this is after this is dealt with, where the power is being given, and it's being given in some form of guilt or shame to an old relationship. So I want you to take a really great look in the mirror. Maybe a therapist can help you. Don't take it personally. I'm always telling people to go to therapy. Take a look at yourself. Take a good look at yourself. Okay. And I think you're going to find someone that you really like. And I think that's where you're going to find your love. And I know everybody doesn't want to hear that, but that's where it is. It's there. Once you see it and feel it and know it, then you're going to bring in some really good stuff. Okay. Now, let me roll some dice here. You got Mars in Cancer in the 11th house. So Mars wants to take action. Cancer is nurturing, and the 11th house rules friends. It's Aquarius. It's large groups of people and it's newness. Okay. You might want to take action in some therapy. I think that's a really good thing for you right now. I think you'll have fast progress with that. You might want to take some action into being kind and gentle to some of your friendship situations and your family situation, because they're really here to support you and they can see you. It's just, I don't think you can see you. Okay. So that's your love reading. I hope, I don't think it's what you were looking for, but I hope that you connected with it and that you're able to take the steps you need, because I think there's a really great relationship for you right around the bend as soon as you're cleared up from all this stuff. And again, this can be old stuff. This can be a few years old. This doesn't have to be present time, but it's still lingering. Okay. Thanks for joining me.